Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The BBC news reporter have actually exposed President Ruto on the police deployment to Haiti. We recall that Ruto went to United States of America and met with Joe Biden. And we are all aware that Biden have officially recognized Ruto as first of the senior-most president in Africa who have volunteered to allow his troops to be deployed to Haiti. I want to begin by one thing here on African verb or quote that was said some years back the line that bring our children to us. Our forefathers are the ones who once said it. Now, there is a snap scenario when President Ruto is being asked, how did it happen for him to agree and allow himself to deploy the police officers to Haiti? Ruto have officially comes out and said to himself that this was well written and it was first discussed on the Senate, Cabinet, MPs, and even to the Prime Minister office. And again, I ask myself, well, Ruto was now representing all these answers or question on police deployment to Haiti. One thing rings into my mind, that how do you deploy forces from an English-speaking country to a French Creole-speaking country and expect any tangible results? How is it going to be possible? And how are other people going to relate to them? Yes, they have gone to Haiti, but how are they going to listen to each other? That is the first question we must ask ourselves. It means that these people have been sent to either they die or they find those who are killing the Haitians and they open a war together with them. Let's listen to William Samuel Ruto on BBC now exposing him on Haitian or on police officers to be deployed to Haiti.
Communication, infrastructure on where to stay, what to do with the Haitian police.
In the meantime, there is a date of June 2nd that's been set by the High Court. Your opposition party has raised concerns about the legality of the deployment, and there's a date when the High Court will hear questions on that. Are you satisfied that that deployment is legal?
That deployment meets every requirement of the law and of the Constitution of Kenya. In fact, I think we've gone beyond the requirements of the law. It was sanctioned by the Cabinet. It was sanctioned by both houses of Parliament, the Senate and the National Assembly. The court proclaimed itself on how it should be done. The requirements of the court has been made. The court wanted an agreement between the government of Kenya and the government in Haiti. That was signed, and I witnessed it myself, between the Prime Minister, between the Minister for Security that time, and myself, and the Prime Minister in Haiti witnessed that agreement. And the same agreement has been adopted and ratified by the Transitional Presidential Council.
That agreement, though, was signed with Ariel Henry. He is no longer in power. Have you received a guarantee from the Transitional Council that they honour that agreement that he signed that you're referencing?
I have received an agreement in writing. I wouldn't deploy unless that happened. In fact, I made it a requirement that the Transitional Presidential Council that came into office recently must endorse the agreement that had been signed by the government that was, just to make sure that we are on the same side. And I can confirm to you that I have received their concurrence in writing, and I have
Carry on, ladies and gentlemen. May I take this golden chance to thank you so much for your great support to this channel. I believe you listen and watch the videos, but just a quick reminder, please do me a favor, just take a 1 second and click that subscription button and subscribe to our channel if this might be your first time watching me at Zion Kenya TV YouTube channel. And to the members, I want to appreciate you so much for your great support to this channel, because if it was not your support, then this channel could not reach to where it is as at now. Thank you, and may God bless you so much. Please consider to like this video. When you like this video, it is a kind of job offer you are offering to our channel. Now, I'm seeing Ruto is now rushing to United States of America again to seek rescue from Joe Biden, because the BBC are now asking Ruto a simple question. Why are you allowing police officers to be deploying to Haiti? Yet the Supreme Court had cancelled this. The Ruto said that this was drafted, this was planned and written, and any person, prominent leaders in the country agreed, even the cabinet, even the Senate agreed. To make it worse, is insisting that Kenyans are the one who are making him pressure to allow him to deploy the police officers to Haiti. The BBC wants to understand the relationship between Ruto and Biden on Haiti, this Haiti mission. That is my first observation. The second observation, Ruto is saying that Kenyans are the one who agreed on this. But when you check the comments on how Kenyans are commenting negatively, this is very clear that him himself as the president is the one who made this decision on Biden pressure. So it is very clear, as much as a sanction was done by some of the cabinet secretary in the country, but Ruto is now going beyond Kenya's constitution on now pressurizing our police officers to be deployed to Haiti in order to make his name great, number one. The second one, maybe there is a profit between him and United States of America, you never know. He is just insisting that he's doing it as a volunteer work for United Nations also to recognize him and to see him as a man who always sympathizes with people's life, which sometimes is good, but under what circumstances or which circumstances are you allowed to do this? When I analyzed this Haiti, I said that ni kama kufagia nyumba ya wengine na wewe kwako imekushinda. Our country is having insecurity issues. Places like Mpeketoni, places like Baringo. We saw even the late CDF lost his life when he went to launch the schools, and abruptly no one knows. Maybe the bandits shot the plane and led to crash of the plane. You never know. So these are the challenges we are experiencing in the country. So President Ruto could have first sit down and emphasize himself on the security issues affecting our country. After that, then he make decision. Even if 10 people are enough, not even 200, which have gone by General Nur to Haiti. They have been deployed actually to Haiti, for your source of information. So the BBC is now very much clear and concerned, serious on why is Ruto very interesting on deploying police officers to Haiti. And that is why today you have been asked this question, and things are still now being exposed on social media on this Haiti mission. Now, even the bandits in Haiti have even issued a little warning to the country, but our president is still insisting. So it means that he's also making our country to be a hot crisis on risk situation, on security. You may not know that maybe is deploying the police officers to Haiti. Then after that, those bandits are also traveling to country, back to country, vice versa. So, those are the challenges and those are the things now taking place. How will Ruto now rescue this? He must go to Biden and seek more security and also insist Biden to deploy, because I heard that United States of America withdrew their police officers in Haiti. What about places like Turkana or Uganda? What about countries like South Africa? What about countries like Namibia? So that is why BBC is now asking several questions on why Kenya is now issuing 200 police officers to be deployed to Haiti. I don't know if this is making sense, and I don't know if it is going to work easily for our current president in the Republic of Kenya. This marks the end of our analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I want to wish you all the best, and that is whatever I had at this hour. I want to appreciate you, and bye-bye as you hope to meet on another political discussion. Meanwhile, drop your opinion on this move.